Hi y'all. Sorry, I'll be talking in a pained voice because I'm in a lot of pain. Really hoping and wishing this winter ends soon because it's killing me. It is not fun to be stuck in bed all day. I try to get downstairs, but most I could spend is 2 to 4 hours up, and then I have to lay back down because it hurts so much. It's not even funny. Today is February 18th, my stepson's birthday. It's not putting it out there for you guys to say happy birthday. I've already said happy birthday to him. He knows I love him, and I can't wait to see him next weekend. But I would wish this on nobody, seriously. And I am terrified of my upcoming surgery because of the chance of this condition moving there. If it does, it's going to make eating for me incredibly hard. And I don't think people really understand how bad it can get because it's so rare that it happens to people. But this is real. And it is painful. Sorry, I'm not trying to cry. I'm just hurting a lot because I took a shower and I'm not feeling that great. But it is so incredibly painful. Nobody should have to go through this kind of stuff. But unfortunately, some do. This hits 200,000 people a year. Or not a year, total. So like if someone dies, I guess another one is found out. I don't know how it works. All I know is it's very rare, super rare. It happens to a very small amount of the population in the world. Women are far more affected than men. Get off of me, cat. Sorry, my cat just tried to climb on me and it hurts. And I'm not able to have her on me right now. She's too heavy. But what was I saying? This affects more women than men, but men do get it. I have a friend who has it, and my sister has it. And possibly my other sister, we don't know, because her area that she had nerve damage in went completely numb. Like there's no feeling at all. So I'm not sure if she has the same thing or not. I know that we are genetically connected through our mother, so the connection to our family is our mother. They are finding genetic connections, even though it's not been fully proven yet. However, it can surface in a family with more than one person. So I have warned all of my family that has my mother as their connection to let them know to be wary of the symptoms. And if it hits, to make sure you fight for your diagnosis. And that's the same thing I'm going to tell anybody who has this. If you feel the incredible burning through your body, the uncontrollable pain, even with medication, the weakness, the skin going pale, translucent, or even red and blotchy, get a neurologist and get them to check. Because you're not crazy. It's there. And it is excruciating. Right now, I take a myriad of pills. Let me show you guys. This is my daily intake of pills. This is just for one day. Do you see how full they are? This top one is morning, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then my nighttime. The nighttime has the most. These are my pills. These are everything I have to take every day, not counting the new ones that are now going to be added to it by having this surgery. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 new ones on top of that I'm going to have to add to my regimen. I have no choice. I have to take them, or I don't get well. And I'll never know if I'm ever going to get well, because I don't know. Some people get better, some don't. Some it's a lifelong thing, and mine very well could end up being the lifelong thing. I hope to God I'm not, because I don't want to suffer like this for the rest of my life. I'm only 41. I know that in the summer it gets a little better, because I've been able to walk a bit better in the summer. Winter, as soon as it turns cold or a storm comes, I'm in bed. Literally in bed. Almost sleeping all day, or just can't move. Not fun. Believe it or not all of those meds that I'm taking are it. This is the final thing. That is a fentanyl patch. Because unfortunately, I need constant pain management, and morphine wasn't good enough. This is the only thing that lets me maneuver with everything else I take. If I didn't have this, probably wouldn't move at all. I did hear from one of my friends who also has CRPS for this surgery, if they add ketamine to my knockout medicine, that it'll prevent the CRPS from moving to my stomach, which I'm planning to tell my doctor about. Hopefully she will be good with that. If not, then we have to leave it out. And then I still run the risk. But I'm also going to talk to my pain doctor, which is on the 1st of February or March. We're in February. 1st of March is when I see my pain doctor, and he's the one who has to work up the pain management thing for my surgery, so I'm going to let him know about the ketamine as well. And hopefully they will find out if that is something that really happens or what. But I really, really, really am hoping that it does, that they allow the ketamine and it does what she says, because I don't want to end up closer to what my sister's at. She's got it all over her body because she was ran over by a car. Anyway, now I've lost my train of thought. Oh, the ketamine. So hopefully, that'll work. And my sister, who was run over by the car, oh yes, I was about to tell you that story. So, this was back in 2011. Wait, was it 2011? Hold on. Mom died 2010, so yes, 2011. On March 27th, my sister and I were at a club in Salt Lake City, Utah called Area 51. It was for my friend's bridal shower. I was supposed to go to her wedding the next day. All that changed when we were getting ready to leave. My sister was out visiting her friends, saying goodbye. I was the designated driver because I don't like to drink. I really don't. I'm not the type of person to drink a lot or at all. And she wanted to drink, so I let her. I was the designated driver, and she was saying goodbye to friends, and the car next to us starts to pull out. I feel it clip our car. Her car, actually. It's her car, not mine, but clip the car. And from what she told me, this first part is only what I heard. because I was sitting in the car up until another part. But from what I was told, she went up to his window, knocked on it, and said, "Hey, you had just hit my car." He looked at the car, then looked at her, slapped her, and said, "Maybe you shouldn't have parked there." Well, she reaches in to retaliate. This is when I'm out of the car. I had gotten out of the car and saw my sister reaching into his car to retaliate to him, and then I noticed some movement down below. And I couldn't even yell, "Get out of there," to my sister before he slammed on his gas, yanked her under, backed over her again, and then drove out. I tried to keep as calm as possible. I immediately called the police, was trying to get his number, yelled for people to get his license plate number and stuff, and people were doing that. And then he was a very known person at the bar. And the suckiest thing is, he was just graduated from law school and was about to take his bar exam. Now you tell me, was that trying to kill somebody? Because that's kind of what it seemed like to me. Thankfully, she didn't die. She did get a lot of damage on her body. Her foot was completely dislocated inside her skin, and crushed. So they had to do a complete bone reconstruction of her foot. She got CRPS way before I did. But back when she got it, it was called RSD, which was reflex sympathy dystrophy. Now it's called CRPS, and my doctor said they've also given it another name, which I don't even know that name. And anyway, she thankfully survived. For days, my niece freaked out every single time she tried to go to sleep. She would dream of her mother dying, and this was only a 6-year-old little girl. I mean, she was very traumatized by it. And it was really hard for me too, because me and my sister were close, you know, so seeing her get run over was extremely hard for me, and it is something I will never forget. Even now, I can picture it happening all over again in my mind. How someone could do that to another person and then play the system like he did. He only got 45 days in jail and only had to pay her medical bills. Never had to pay any restitution to her or the children that he traumatized for this. Yeah, our system is really broke. Seriously, I agree. It needs a massive overhaul, because he should have gotten way more. He should have gotten attempted murder with a vehicle. And you know why he did it? His only reason was he was angry that a girl he had been working on to take her home with him, went home with another guy. So he was pissed that he didn't get to take her home with him. And my sister was literally just at the wrong place at the wrong time. I can't say the guy's name, even though I'd really love to. But I do have a page on Facebook called Justice for Angel, which tells the whole story. If any of you ever want to see it and see any updates or anything, I try to do updates as much as I can, but right now there's really not much to update on her. I still want to get justice for her, because the CRPS is becoming deadly for her, because it's literally all over her body and affecting her heart. Her heart is 190 beats per minute now. It's tachycardia. She's almost died twice in 1 year already, which scared the living hell out of me, I'd have to say. So, and her kids found, one time was on Mother's Day of that year. I believe it was 2016. Either 2015 or 2016. I'm having a hard time remembering the year specifically. But I know that it was Mother's Day. And she was laying on her bed. And her daughter was right behind her, stroking her hair, combing her hair, doing her hair. And then all of a sudden she started going purple. And my niece, freaked out, not knowing what to do, called me. And I said, Anna, you need to call the paramedics. You need to hang up with me right now and call paramedics. And she was like, I don't want to get in trouble. I said, Anna, you're not going to get in trouble. She's dying. Call the paramedics. Because she told me she was going blue in the face. So I knew immediately she was dying. She wasn't breathing. So, I mean, yeah, it's hard to tell a 12-year-old that. But she was. She needed help. So they saved her that day. The next one, oh, this was about September of the same year. Scared the living hell out of me because her son had come home from school to find her face down on her bed, not responding to him because he was trying to get her to open the door to let him in the house because she hadn't left the keys out in the mailbox like she always does for him. So he's trying to wake her, get her up and stuff, and then he calls me and says she's not responding to him. Yeah, again, calls me, but they're 11 and 12. They didn't know what the heck to do. No, 10 and 12. They didn't know what the heck to do. So I immediately told him to call the paramedics, to hang up with me and call 911 immediately. He did that, and oh my god, I think I was waiting so long to try to find out if she was surviving, because we didn't know how long she had been under. Well, clearly she had been under for a little bit because there is some brain damage, but it's not really that much. I mean, she's forgetting certain things and stuff like that, so, but still, those are scary times. She was terrifying us because of her heart, and it could still happen again. We are literally just waiting borrowed time with her. And that scares me, because she's only 2 years older than me. She doesn't deserve to die young. And if she dies as a result of what that jerk did, I want to fight for it to be considered murder. Because everything that's happened to her from that moment on is his fault. He ran over her and caused this condition in her that caused her life to die. It's not right. He doesn't deserve to get away with it. So if you see this and you go to her page, please join it. Please help my cause, because she deserves it. Anyway, moving on. Because this isn't about my sister. This is supposed to be about me, right? Anywho, I'm feeling a tiny bit better. The pain patch is kicking in better, and I'm laying down, so movement is minimized, and it's not hurting as much as having to get out from a shower and get dressed in the cold air. Cold really affects it. Heat does too. If it's too hot, then it can make me sick. If it's too cold, it just hurts like incredibly bad. To go down my stairs, I have to literally slide one hand across the wall to brace myself, or even one arm. If I'm really bad, I do one arm. But I don't handle heights very well anymore because my body just does not like getting up and down of things. It's not an easy thing to deal with. Anyway, as my surgery gets closer, I'll try to update more. I may or may not be able to record the day of the surgery. I'll try to record. I do not know if I will be able to, but we'll see. If not, I definitely plan to try to record more often. It's just hard at times when you're not feeling good to just not want to do anything, though. But I know I've got to do stuff, because I can't just sit on my tail. Anyway, I hope you have a good night, and I will see you as soon as I can, as soon as I have something worth updating for. Maybe I'll tell you more of my stories of life. Scary, huh? Anyway, bye.